Thursday marked the one-year anniversary of the deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol.
A House committee continues to investigate the attack, but they're running into roadblocks. Gaynor Hall reports.
My country.
After Democrats held a series of events Thursday marking 1 year since the Capitol insurrection,
Not allow no one to place a dagger at the throat of democracy.
Republicans slammed the commemoration as divisive theater. But the congressional probe into the attack is still playing out. Illinois Congressman Adam Kinzinger is one of only 2 Republicans on the House Select Committee investigating January 6th. In an interview this morning, he said they have a significant part of the story, but there's more he'd like to know about the role of President Trump.
I think the one thing that if I could wave a magic wand and have more information on, it would certainly be what did the president know about January 6th leading up to January 6th. And I think that what's important is it's the difference between was the president absolutely incompetent or a coward on the 6th when he didn't do anything, or did he know what was coming? And I think that's a difference between incompetence with your oath and possibly criminal.
Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskin said the committee's recent meeting with Trump's former press secretary, Stephanie Grisham, opened new lines of inquiry.
She had a number of names that I had not heard before, and she had some ways of looking at it.
The committee does not have prosecutorial power, but it can make criminal referrals to the Justice Department.
This is not going to be up to members of the United States Senate or the House, in my opinion. I think this is an issue which the courts can decide, and most certainly if there's evidence there, this is going to be up to the Justice Department to bring it forward.
Much of the committee's work has been happening behind closed doors, though public hearings are expected soon.
The commission right now in the House is a joke. They're not asking what Nancy Pelosi knew and when she knew it.
With midterm elections looming, the committee will issue a report examining what happened and how to prevent it from happening again. And Democrats are also renewing their attention on voting rights.
There's nothing more important for us to do than protect our Constitution and our democracy. What the Republicans are doing across the country is really a legislative continuation of what they did on January 6th, which is to undermine our democracy.
Gaynor Hall, WGN News.